I think we're live.
Are we really?
Yeah.
I think I was sleeping.
You were?
I think I might have been. We're actually live?
Yeah, I think they gave me a 3-2-1 live.
I'm like Francesca that time. Remember, you ever see that clip when he was asleep on the on FAN?
The all-timer. I mean, yeah.
He does. What, do I need this even or no? Oh, here they.
Yeah, if you want to hear them. Titus is going to come in here in a second.
Can I hear you guys or no?
Yes. You're live and good.
No.
There they are.
We're live and good?
Yes.
All right. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday? Monday. Tuesday?
No, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Who the fuck knows?
May as well be Monday.
It's over. It's done. My legs are sore. My back is sore. And who knew? I'm joined now by my brother-in-arms, my good friend, Mark Titus. It's a fact. It's
what
a
an
fact.
insane turn of events
It's a fact.
that Kirk and I have become. Yeah, I mean, you spend enough time in the trenches with another man.
It's war, man. That's what happens.
And that's
We've come out,
I believe it combined just under 2,000 free throws made.
Yeah, I had just under 1,000. I think you had just over 1,000, right?
yeah. I think that was the final count.
It was. So if you're watching this, if you don't know, we did this stream. We talked about it. I guess we didn't, because I've been off since Friday, so I couldn't announce the DraftKings stuff or anything. I can talk about it now, Coleman.
Actually, you want to
Should I not
move
talk about
on?
that
You want to move on?
No, you're good.
So for that, we did this. We had to make 41 free throws as a unit to match the NBA record for 18 on individuals. So
Yeah.
we started at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon,
Yeah.
and we finished about 45 minutes ago. I don't even
Yeah.
know.
It was
Maybe a little
almost
less.
16 hours total.
Yeah.
I think.
And it was fucking brutal. And it wasn't even fun. It was fun when it was over. We got to celebrate, but it was a joyless experience, pretty much. Like,
Yeah, it was fun for like 3 hours, maybe I'd say. Maybe not even that. So,
Yeah.
like it was fun. Like I don't know. It was fun just kind of like feeling out who's good at shooting and who's not, figuring out strategies.
Yeah,
like the first couple instances where we're like building it and then someone fucks it all up. That's kind of funny the first
Yes.
few times.
Well, right.
But then after a while, you're like, this is a knife to the heart.
And we had to make 41 in a row, and Dave had to take the 15th, the 30th, and the 41st, and Dan had to make at least 2 every time.
Yeah.
So that Dave was the kind of the hindrance to everything. But in the end, so I was part of it pretty much the whole time till the final, like maybe hour or so. They brought in some real ringers, and then we sat out. Titus was part of it. He shot great. And then those guys killed it. They made the last 26 shots.
Very good teammate move by Kirk, by the way. Very humble, very, very great display of humility that you were. I would say you and I mean, I think anybody who watched would say this, that like
Not
we
even
carried the
watching.
fucking stream.
For sure.
The two of us.
For
I
sure.
mean, we were
For
the
sure.
backbone of the stream.
For sure.
And for you in that moment when we brought in all the ringers to just graciously say, you know what? You guys take it from here.
It was a weird moment during the final thing where the kid, Rick, is that his name?
I thought it was Steve.
White boy Rick? No,
White boy Rick is.
the kid for us.
Rick.
Oh, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
We started shooting it. I was like, we're not like these guys are better shooters. And my legs were dead. Like, what am I
Yeah.
gonna-
It
I
kind of
don't
came out
wanna,
of nowhere, too. It startled. It kind of woke Dave up, too. He was like, whoa, hold
There's
on.
some startling moments. There was some bald person I've never seen who's a producer, I guess, just came in and started taking shots. And then Gerry brought in, what was his name?
Spencer.
Spencer, who he said was a ringer who
He was wearing a full shorts and jersey, like a full uniform.
tattoos all over the place. And
But I was
awful.
It looked like he was like in a '90s like pop punk band where like
Yes.
the basketball jersey is the style. Not that he played college ball, but apparently he played college ball.
He did?
I don't believe that
That's
for a
what
second.
Cherry
fucking
said.
chance.
I don't believe that for a second.
You might have told
Yeah.
Gerry that.
Yeah,
There's
I don't believe
no
that
chance.
for a second.
Yeah, but you all right there, Joe? You good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, but it was. I mean, it was. My brain is just a. I'm just doing a show because we're supposed to do one today. My brain is a fucking fog. I got nothing. Like I was lying out. I could fall asleep right here for.
I have a question for you. Like, what was driving? So for me, I think I kind of identified quickly that like we were not going to get this stream done without me, and
I think that's fair to say.
and also it's a huge point of pride for me that like I like shooting a basketball is something I think I'm really good at, and it's important to me to like demonstrate that when I have an opportunity. But I was
Why do you
curious,
think
like
it's important to you? What's that about?
I don't know, I just like
what was there a is there a father like a dad issue or what's the?
no, it's the dad. It's the opposite. It was like a dad who just like instilled in me that like basketball is important.
Indiana.
Important.
Yeah, I just grew up in
Important,
Indiana,
right,
and he
yeah.
was
So
like,
so it's important for you that people think you're good at shooting.
I mean, my
basketball.
dad was like, if you want to win my love, you'll be able to shoot a basketball well. And I was like,
Right.
well,
No,
then that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's
but
what
but
everything
then
comes
I
down
but
to.
then I could shoot it well, so I earned his love. So like I didn't
If
really
you
have
didn't
the
shoot it
issue.
well, he wouldn't have loved you.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Who's to say?
Who's
Shoot it
to
well,
say?
fine. What are we gonna say?
But I was curious, like what made you like why in the wee hours of the night was Kirk Minahan still stepping up, and at a time when everyone's like, Kirk, take some time off and like let other people carry.
Well,
it.
I
You're
knew
like,
that. I knew that. I just didn't think there was, even when I was struggling, I didn't think there was really anybody other than you, obviously, who was like definitively better than me. Even,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
when my legs were dead. Like I was, until those guys got there. Like, let's be honest. I mean, all I heard about was like, oh, you know, it's the two-headed monster. It's Titus and Big T, and Big T was a
he was not great.
disaster. Like if you're gonna do the winners and losers list, my winners list definitely Titus. Not counting the ringers. If I'll do my winners and losers list, Titus for sure. Me,
Yeah, I'd put you on there for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
PFT and Che for sure. Team
Oh
guys.
my God,
like
they rebounded
PFT
for-
didn't even shoot once. He
No.
was rebound. He stayed.
Is
First
that
of all,
right?
Che,
He didn't
Che
shoot one
was a
single
shooter.
free throw.
Che was a shooter.
And
If
then
not-
he said he knew that it.
he was kind of part of the original kind of core we had.
Like my calling is to rebound.
The kind of like Nicky was part of it, then he faded away. Big T was like considered the second best shooter on the team, and like I only took a shot today.
Very in
Like
his own
after
head.
midnight. I
Very, very much in his own head. You can
Yeah,
see it.
he was rattled bad. Yeah,
My other
it was
loser
sad
was
to
my
see.
good friend Rico Bosco, who put together a horrific performance, like fake jokes, like pretending to be upset. I didn't know. I don't know what was going. He was mad that he wasn't playing more.
The chat is very big on a huge screen.
yeah.
He did not like the chat going after him.
Yeah.
Which they did for 16 hours.
But they went after me after Brandon and I had our thing. Like they went after me for who
Yeah.
cares? Like what does it matter? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Who knows? And I totally overreacted with Brandon. I told him that. Like it was like 2:30 in the morning. I was like my head was fucking spinning.
Which I think is a feature of those streams. I think that's the point of the streams
Totally.
is
Yeah,
that
they
we're
get you.
supposed to be a little delirious.
Yeah, if
and
it wasn't
yell
you,
at each other.
someone was going to blow up. If it
Yeah.
wasn't you, it was going to be somebody else.
I was loopy. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
loopy right now. I don't know how you
Yeah.
are, but I'm like, I am fucking
Yeah.
out of it. But it was like, it was an interesting. I wonder how Gerry would compare it to the other thing. I didn't ask him.
Probably better.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, obviously, this is less time. This is less time
Right.
by like
No, it's true.
almost a whole 24
Which
hours.
is interesting because I would have assumed this would take way longer than the whole. Because we like Gerry just had one shot. We had to do it 41 times. Now the shots we were doing are easier than a hole in one, but it was like we have to string together 41 successful things.
But we also
And
needed
Gerry.
the miracle of Dan hitting both shots
Right.
and Dave hitting the last shot with no.
Oh, my God.
With no mulligan on the last thing. I mean, the odds of those three are.
And both
1 in
of
50?
them, Dan's second shot and
Oh,
so the
Dave's.
last two shots, and then Dave's final shot, both hung on the rim for 3 total minutes. I think. I mean, they
crazy.
both hit the rim and then hit the backboard and then hit the rim again and sat there and.
And the other thing is too is you have the one mulligan per, and there was a point in the night where if we were taking the mulligan, which means you guys, I didn't shoot. If you guys were taking the mulligan at 26, meaning Dave's first attempt, it was probably over. You guys weren't quitting, but there was like Dave kind of gave a look of like, all right, whatever.
Oh, and once Dave,
Yeah.
I think our philosophy was if we could get through the second Dave shot without a mulligan, we had a chance. And
Yeah.
we had that
Yeah.
when
Couple times.
Ohio State showed up the first time. We got down to 3 at that point.
Yeah.
We had a chance, but yeah, that was I don't even.
But
know
then,
what time
the
that was.
winning,
blew a
the winning
couple of
one
them.
was 26 straight. He did take that first mulligan. He shrugged it off like whatever. He basically
I thought it
saying
was
that
over,
this isn't
yeah.
going to matter. Just keep shooting just in case. And sure enough, that hit.
And if they had missed one of them, we'd definitely still be there. Like no question.
Yeah.
Like we'd.
I think there's something special about this company that like this shit always works out. That like
Well, even enough people, you have personalities, and you
that like
have-
Jersey Jerry. Like if another company tried that, I don't think it works. I think
No.
I think they just like give up or like maybe that's what it is. Is like we have a bunch of people that are just like no fuck like because I mean, we turned to Dave multiple times throughout, and we're like, Dave, it's your call. Do you want to quit? And he's like, we can't. We
There's
just
also-
literally can't. And I don't know. And then
Well, I knew
like
that was never gonna happen.
and then it ended up working out, and I'm just like, how does this always at Barstool
There's
like
a
it
weird
always
mix of, like the miserable. Like I feel like if you're in like another company where you see everyone being miserable and thinking it's over and there's no chance, like they quit. Where somehow this company, the more miserable everyone is, the
Yeah.
more likely it is to continue going on.
Yeah, I think that's right. And then you have moments like fucking Gerry bringing that kid in, or Mantis showing up, or what? Like
Mantis.
it's just like
Bev.
Pat Bev, right? I
Mantis-
forgot. I forgot Pat Bev was here.
Right.
I forgot he was here. He left at like what, 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right after his game.
Right. I forgot about that. He was there.
Mantis was a good pickup because he was,
Mantis was unbelievable.
unbelievable shooter, but also just like brought great vibes because everyone was just laughing their ass off.
And he's
Started
like,
out as a joke. Dave was like, "We'll bring anyone in," and PFT said it from up in like the rafters. He's like, "What about Mantis?" And then he called Dave.
he's unbelievable shooter.
Yeah,
Like if you look at it, like it's wild.
Literally unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
you're like you cannot
It's-
believe
you-
whatsoever.
Pat Bev could tomorrow or whenever he plays the Spurs jump over Victor Wembanyama, and he would still be more shocked watching Mantis's first shot.
Yeah.
Than he'd
It
be
was
there. Like that,
absolute-
he was as stunned as any human could be.
So where did so Pat Beverly came from Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so he drove here and then went back.
And he has a game tonight.
He said he was staying, I think, in Chicago. So when he came down, I think he got a hotel, and then I think he's going back to Milwaukee today. Or whatever.
You were on the outside, Jeff. Any notes? Any?
No, I guess naive. I did think early on there was more negativity than probably it looked like from the outside, because you guys were getting to spots where I feel like if you just kind of maybe see one or two more through, you're gonna get to the end, which you kind of did. You got to like 6:15. You got to 3 left.
Yeah.
But
But
then
I
it
think
started to sink in. The longer I stayed and sat down with you guys, it did pretty much sink in.
I think the wrong conclusion was drawn from that as the guy responsible for fucking it up when we got to 3 left. I think the vibe in the gym was we had it and Titus missed, and like if we can get it there again, he won't miss again, and all that. And really, my takeaway was like, you were counting on me to make like 26 in a row.
Right.
I made 25.
The math. Yeah.
I made 25, and then I missed one, and then there was this feeling of like, you're not going to do that again. And I'm like, do you understand how hard it is to make 26 in a row?
You had some bad bounces too. Bad
so that-
breaks.
Tight rims.
Yeah.
I
Oh
thought,
yeah. A lot of in and outs.
Then we switched
Yeah.
sides for like 10 minutes. That didn't work. Like there was just a lot of overthinking going on. There was no. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you and I don't think we took a break.
No, we did not really.
Plowed through the middle of the
We
night.
did.
Big T
Yeah.
kind of having the yips, which I think he would be the first to admit it. He was very down on himself.
That killed us. There's
Yeah,
no,
we were trying
no
to get him
two ways
involved.
about
I
it.
kept trying to you gotta shoot your way through it, but he didn't want to do it.
No two ways about it. I mean, the two of us made 53 in a row, and that was that served as like a benchmark for this whole challenge. Is like we were kind of the guinea pigs, and the two of us would just in our free time here at the office, like just see how many we could hit in a row. We hit 53, and then they went off of that, and they were like, "Oh, well, 41 shouldn't be that hard." And then on the day of the event, Big T was just like nowhere to be found, and
Yeah.
that was disappointing. But
Yeah, I mean, but like, it's mostly I'm glad I did it. But like 4 hours ago, I was like ready to cry. But now it's like good. We did it. It's funny. We have a picture. We got it
Yeah.
done. And like it doesn't really matter. There was like ringers. Who cares? Like we were there the whole time.
But you don't
Dave still had to make the shot.
you don't like ringers, Kirk.
I
don't like
I don't
people
hate,
that-
there are parts of the ringer I don't hate. And Jeff Lowe's been criticized by Minute fans as being a potential
Yeah,
ringer
there's
employee.
one minute fan, won't name him.
Do you like Simmons or no? Yeah,
I don't. He's like he's just a guy that like
I knew him a little bit a long time ago, but not very well.
I don't have like a vendetta against him. I don't care. He's just like a guy that he's like in the same way that like if you worked an accounting job out of college and then now you moved on with your life, you probably don't think about your boss from that job very often. Like that's kind of how I view him. It's like I'm a little grateful for the opportunity he gave me, but at the same time, like I don't talk to him and I don't really.
Do you not like clearly you don't like the stuff like yesterday on the Yak. Like you don't like that.
Yeah.
I talked to you before. Like you just don't
Well,
enjoy
my
that.
well,
I think I went to you before it all started.
my
last
issue was like I don't and I said this to you privately, like I just don't know you, and like I don't mean that in a bad way. It was just like I don't. So I never felt like you and I had any beef with each other. So like I felt like you were, yeah.
No, I'm just fucking.
So like, well, yeah. So from my perspective, I was like, why is Kirk coming to me when I don't, yeah, good, bad, or otherwise. Like I have had some dust ups with other employees here, but like
Such as,
well, you know, our mutual friend.
well, how are you guys now?
I don't know. You know,
I'm going to tell you something right now. That's going to be your reaction for life. It's going
Yeah.
to be, I don't know.
I think
I think yesterday he didn't try and get you fired for one day, which is
yeah,
a
Rico.
streak. I mean, that's good.
Rico hated my guts when I got hired here, and
Is that in college basketball? Like,
yeah, because it was like his turf, and I made it clear to him like I'm not trying to step on your turf. It's just like I do my thing and you do yours, and we happen to do it in the same space, but like we could come together,
who
you know.
cares?
And then he was great to me, actually. Like he was like very nice, and I thought we had a good thing going. But then I don't know. I guess we don't anymore. So like I don't.
He seemed friendly last night. No,
Yeah, it's friend. Like yeah. I don't.
he's I love him, but he's a very.
But I do very much regret bringing up the time slot bullshit. I regretted that. I do.
yeah.
I
Well, I was trying to ask you yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, why are you?
Because in my mind that wasn't really like trying to.
We think of it like from almost like a radio perspective.
No, it wasn't really rekindling a beef. It was more of like I thought it was over at that point. So I was like,
It was
I
over.
was like spiking the football.
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah,
That's how I saw it. I was like,
you hate.
I was
the
like, this
Central
is
guys.
this is done.
Marty Mush hates you, right?
Marty Mush hates my guts. Yeah. And
Why does he
always
hate
has.
your guts?
Same thing. College like him and Rico and Jake had like the
Oh.
college basketball
And
show. Jake Marsh.
Oh, Jake.
Jake Marsh and Rico and Marty had like the college basketball
yeah.
show, and then so I think it all stems from
Is that
that.
accurate, Jeff, or no?
Yeah, I mean, it was over that, I believe.
Yeah.
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 Unless
I like
unless
Marty.
there's another thing that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know Marty very well. I like him. I took his side famously
You did.
in the whole.
Yeah. Oh, and the Hank.
Yeah, I mean, I love Hank, but I mean, they had Marty Mush sitting in like a desk by himself. Like, they were to shoot him. Like I was like, what the fuck? We're all adults here. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah. I don't know.
So are we good?
Yeah, well, I told you that last. Dan came over. We brokered peace. I have to admit, I did not think it. You know, at 4:30 last night that you and I would be. You know,
I didn't either. No,
solid
yeah, I didn't
brothers
leave the
in arms,
yak. And
soldiers in war.
I didn't think so either. I left the yak, and I was like, probably not a Kirk.
It was like bad body. I was like,
I was taken aback.
Yeah,
Is how I would describe it. I was just kind of like, I just didn't really fully understand where it was coming from because, like one time when you popped into the studio that one time and we had like that one interaction.
Gave you advice.
Yeah. But that was it. So I was just kind of like, I was like, why does Kirk have beef with me? Like, what's going on here? Like, I just didn't understand. But I don't.
Which took longer, this free throw shooting challenge or Jeff's 3-point?
Oh my God,
Close.
dude, Jeff, what was that?
In close. The first rack where both my feet just gave out and I knew I was fucked. I couldn't move, couldn't jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you shoot free throws?
Yeah, I could shoot free throws, could shoot maybe close up a little bank shot.
Yeah.
You could put my shoes on for about 5 hours.
Jesus Christ.
What from
Yeah.
the yak challenge?
I got look. There's two separate things here at play. Horrible shot, horrible form. That's no denying that. I have really bad foot issues that I go see regularly to get checked up on, and
What do you mean?
you know,
Like they swell or something?
as severe of plantar fasciitis issues as you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
So I really can't run for an extended period of time or move, and I don't know. I must have tweaked it or done something because there's one of the first shots in that first rack was really bad, and in my head I said I may have to quit this, but I knew quitting it would be way worse. So I was like, I just got to eat this.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Just got to eat it. And then actually on the second rack, the third ball rimmed out, and there was a doom that set in inside me that was like that was not good because that was like still 320. I was like, oh, I could finish it. It rimmed out, and then it was over.
I had two questions to ask you after that. One was, why did you make no adjustment? Like you were short on every shot. Was that like the hardest you could shoot?
It felt like there was two knives, like a knife.
Oh,
being
really?
shoved
Yeah. Because that was like stunning to me.
I had almost no thoughts.
Yeah, you were like short, and then you were short, and then you were short, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, when you just push a little harder and like try to get it there, but then
the mistake was not. I should have just gone up to the line and decided to eat like a minute and just really go slow. The
Yeah.
second I went fast, it was over. Then it was all just thinking about the pain.
And then
Bad.
my second question is, were you surprised by your own performance? And if not, why was there no heads up to the, like, I feel like you should have lowered the bar with the expectation. You should have, like, told
No,
me, you should have been like, hey, I'll do the challenge, but, like, to be completely honest, this is going to be a clusterfuck.
I expected like 4.5, 5 minutes. I didn't think
Oh, really?
I'd give out like that.
Because I think we were all just stunned that, like, but
It was great. It was great.
Yeah,
it was
if,
great.
if you would have said I suck at basketball, I think we would have been less.
It's better off being the worst.
When
though,
we're
being-
back for something
Yeah,
in
it
the
is.
future,
It is.
yeah.
no, I mean I hold the record firm now. Firm.
It's way better to be the worst than to be like a guy like me that like tried his hardest and finished like 30th.
Don't get me wrong. I tried. I watch the Yak every day.
Yeah, but that's
I was
funny. But like,
fired up to hit.
I thought I fucking killed it, and it was like 3 minutes. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
the soccer I crushed. I was happy with. I was going too fast with the wiffle ball, and then it all kind of.
Same. Yeah.
I'll do it again down the road, and I feel confident I'll get like 4.5, 5, and I'll just live with that. But if I have that and the record, that's fine.
I got to run.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta go do
Yeah,
mostly
do
sports. I'm
sports.
sorry to
You're good.
to bail on you
Congratulations,
guys,
we
but-
did it.
good stuff, Kirk. Are we? Yeah. All right.
Congratulations.
All right. Brother in the trenches.
We got
forever.
it done. We got it done.
Two people who I'll say this as he's walking out, but
Everyone's walking like this.
Titus walked away for like 2 minutes at one point. Everyone's like, "Where'd he go? Did he leave? Where'd he go?" It's like,
for
all right,
sure.
give him a second.
Kirk, like, we
Yeah.
We couldn't leave. Like they realized we weren't getting this done without.
Yeah.
Us.
It was like you guys got to give him like 2 minutes here to
Yeah.
piss and walk away. Crazy though.
Crazy.
All right, boys.
All right, Mark. See you.
Kirk.
Good
I
job.
don't know if there was ever a point where I didn't think it would. I was pretty confident, kind of when Dan left, that we were gonna see you guys finish it by like 10
Well, I
a.m.
mean, let's be honest. Like they got like legitimate ringers, like to do this. Like it was sort of into that. It felt a little like not
part of it though.
Yeah, not inauthentic, but kind of like who are these guys that have no affiliation doing this? But at that point,
But you had Mantis, former guy.
absolutely. But I also didn't care. I was like, let's just fucking do it. Let's just get this.
I don't
done.
think people cared watching it either.
No,
I think-
because
I think
you had the
thrill
Dave
of
and
it.
to your point, you had the Damn and Dave element too.
Yeah.
And you had Mantis, and you had I don't even know what to make of this bad boy Ohio State, who's a complete pushover in real life.
You're just a normal guy.
He's just a normal, like nice enough, like normal kind of, for this Hellraiser. If he goes to New York, he's just going to be like a noodle, like
The-
in like The Office.
Tate and Klemmer in the mornings.
Yeah, right. Like he's not going to be like a Hellraiser, like
Yeah.
Rico or somebody. I mean, I don't even know who. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we talked to Dave last night. Dave is in charge of the New York office, so hopefully he had a conversation with him.
Really?
Well, that's what Dave told me in the unnamed show last week. But yeah, when we didn't talk about DraftKings because the last show we did was Thursday, I think, last week. Is that right, Coleman?
Yep.
Last show was Thursday?
Yeah, we didn't have one Friday.
Right. So obviously we knew about DraftKings for a while. We had to be quiet about it, but that was people listening know it. So when Coleman was like, I think we should move on.
Yeah, real sly listeners can probably find the moment.
Yeah. Coleman, I'm so fucking tired. Admonishing? No. Admonishing me?
Yeah.
I'm fucking out of it. Admonishing.
You were mad about that.
Because Coleman's an idiot. You're a retard. Like, he's sitting there. It's like, I mean, that was dumb, right?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't do that again in a similar situation at all. But
Are you ready? Are you ready for what's going to be a tough week for you or no?
yeah, I figured.
Thursday, I think, is going to be a tough
Oh my
scene.
God, I totally forgot about that.
The first thing he said to me last night, Dave, when I saw him, or yesterday, whatever, after, I don't fucking know. He's like, you got a real moron for a producer, huh? I'm like, yes,
no.
I sure do. He's like, make sure he's ready on Thursday.
I have been there, Coleman. All you got to do is work in the same office as him and have the Mandalorian come out again, so you have a common ground to
There you
talk
go,
about
Coleman.
to gain
Yeah,
everything
Great.
he's
back.
a Star Wars guy like you. But he was, but I actually think this one, because he had Compton and Taylor on the thing in Vegas, and he wasn't. I thought that was pretty minor. Like, that was pretty mild. He hates this Bailey Carlin.
He just
guy.
wanted to rant about it, which he has for quite a while. None of the things he said were new to anyone who's worked in that office and was there when Bailey was there. He said all that stuff.
But
Holds
to
true.
defend, I defended Coleman to Dave. He said these all predate any of that stuff. Coleman's tweets, I think. Like Coleman, you weren't tweeting him 1,000 times after Dave went off on it, were you?
No, I never really knew about that beef, to be honest. I didn't really understand it when I had heard. And then kind of through Barstool Live was really how I kind of got more of the full story about it. But also, I think when I was doing that more so was even before I think it was like the first iteration of trying to get a Barstool internship, which I didn't get that first time around. And then after that, I changed up how I kind of went about things. So,
Did you dress up funky when you came and interviewed?
no.
Have you ever seen Kirk the
No.
interviews for the internships?
No. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I have. Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was one year where you'll get any variation between guys in a suit
Right.
or girls dressed up in something that's like very business, normal regular clothes, and then you get like one or two wacky. One year there's a guy in just an inflatable cow suit in the left.
I remember. I did see that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
if that's gonna.
Nah, it's not. That doesn't make any sense. I could literally, absolutely fall asleep if you turn the lights off and get in 30 seconds.
Absolutely,
If you played Sassy Snacks ASMR, which I have considered using as a niche category.
In Shark Tank, I want you to use Shark Tank.
I know. I text you, but like,
It is a lot.
that's how many 15 seasons?
Yeah, well, I would let you do 1 or 2 seasons, and even then, that's still 4 pitches an episode.
Well, the one thing about Shark Tank is like I don't know what season it is.
yeah,
Like season 11, I don't know.
they don't even remember.
No.
They had that. I was texting you about that. They had that like mushroom bacon the other day, and they were all blown away by it. I'm like, you guys invested in mushroom jerky 2 seasons ago.
What room is this? Dan wants to know.
Middle room.
Middle?
Yeah,
He's coming by.
the middle room.
Middle? Like Malcolm and?
Yeah. That's the best way to describe it. I assume he won't go into the anus studio. Come in here.
That's true. They have yeah. I mean, we played the show the other day. That Damon thing was the most awkward thing in the history of television. That song, that fucking
I thought about never watching the show again.
God. It's been between migration and it's been a tough year.
Yeah.
Like it's just how many more years can they do that show for? I guess forever because it doesn't cost anything.
Well, and better part of that episode,
syndicated?
they're like, "This is like the original season. We're in, times are tough.
Yeah, why the what is
Capital's not there
that?
anymore."
Right.
It's
That
like,
came out of nowhere.
It was very random.
Kevin's like, just in case you don't know, there's no money out there. I'm like,
Yeah,
where's this been? And they hand out money left and right.
that's when Barbara stood up. I agree.
Yeah, she was happy
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, I could do Shark Tank. And of course, Rico is pitching to do Saved by the Bell. And
Match got moved. It was supposed to be tonight. Match got moved to Wednesday because we had to change our schedule around due to the stream.
What?
Your match
Oh,
will air
on-
on Wednesday
will
night.
air on Wednesday
yes,
night?
as opposed to Tuesday. We only have 2 matches this week. First time we were, I think, fully postponed to match. But there was just no way. There's because the PMT guys go on vacation post Super Bowl.
Right.
So we couldn't record one match. It just became a mess. So had to move.
Well, also, if any of these guys who are here tried to play today in trivia, it's like I don't know how you would do that.
Your brain would be.
No, I would have
Rotted.
no chance.
Yeah.
No chance. What else? What's going on in your world, Coleman or Justin? Is Justin there?
Yeah, we were up all night watching along.
Oh, give me some thoughts, Justin or Coleman.
You absolutely killed it. I mean, I wasn't necessarily expecting you to be just as consistently, for lack of a better term, butter as you were. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
It was fine. Thank you.
And then I don't know. I guess some of the ringers coming in, that was interesting. I thought Pat Bev wasn't really utilized right.
No, we could never
No.
figure that out. Like,
He'd make 5. They'd be like, "All right, good job, Pat's like he can shoot more."
yeah, I didn't get, but he would like run off and then.
Did you see Jerry's tweet about it?
No, I see my phone at all. Then.
Very funny Jerry tweet about it. Let me make sure I pull it up and read it with proper context.
But it's true. It'd be like, all right, well, Pat Bev's done. Okay, let's get Stephen Che up there to shoot some free throws. Or, me.
We have to use Pat. We aren't using Pat. This is bad.
It's true. It's very strange. Very strange. What did you think, Justin?
No, I really enjoyed it. You kind of touched on this a little earlier, but you said about how like Rico was kind of doing this fake, like
Very
fighting with
fake,
the
I
chat.
thought.
I thought I caught on to that. He started screaming about how like he's not calling. Like these are things like even crazy Rico wouldn't have gotten upset with.
He kept telling the same bit over and over. Some guy was saying in the chat like Rico, you fucking whatever, kidnapped the Lindbergh babies. Like, Lindbergh baby, that was 1928. Like I wasn't there. Like
I didn't kill Lincoln. He
Yeah,
said
yeah,
that was a real quote from.
I wasn't in Dallas in 1960. Like it was like, all right, I like Rico, but like I have to admit I was annoyed with Rico. I snapped him a little bit too at one point.
Well, he kept talking about how he's the late night crew, and then he was just passed out. Like,
Passed out.
time.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, we're gonna, and he acted like he was the only person who was tired. Like he was asleep. He fucking fell asleep. He was part of this thing. It's like falling asleep during. Like I didn't understand that. Nobody else fell asleep. Right?
Yeah, he was pretty active, and all of a sudden he was just out.
Yeah, I didn't get it. It was a very
Sleep
bizarre.
mask on.
Wait, anything go on in our world, guys?
Yeah, I mean, there's some random stuff with Mick that was going on over the weekend, like this whole argument about his upload file size.
Oh, Jeff has a perspective on this. So
It doesn't take much to have a perspective on this.
So
if you work
Mick's
with any
problem is
file.
that he can't. What's the issue? His issue from his perspective is that he can't load something because it's too big or something.
He wants to be able to log in from his computer on the network and upload whatever he wants. So he doesn't want to have to send it to anyone to then upload it themselves. The problem that came from is because he would send his podcast over to Menners, and he sent his podcast over, and it was 27 gigabytes, which you might not know.
I don't know what that means.
That's
What does that mean?
that's very big.
So 27 gigabytes, that would take up
Oh, I'll see on my phone if that's too much, whatever.
like
sometimes.
64 gigabytes is that's like almost half the phone.
Right.
With a podcast.
Right.
Which how long are mixed podcasts?
Normally like 50 minutes, maybe.
That's insanity.
Like, I'm pretty sure BA said that he downloaded The Irishman, and it was less than that.
like his and I saw him tweet like kind of taking a jet. I'm a Mick guy. I own a couple shirts. They don't fit
sure,
me,
yeah.
but I do own them. He kind of took a shot at Menners, saying like I want to do it in HD.
HD?
Like
In 16
was his
1600K.
podcast shot, edited, and done by James Cameron?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who is he?
Like,
John
what the-
Ford?
yeah,
What is it? Like what? He wants to shit.
the dozen in HD for upload. One episode is usually 45. It's 900 megabytes.
which is
Well, I
less
heard-
than 1 gigabyte.
I heard his episode with Menners actually, and I will say Menners didn't seem very playful when he went on either. So, I'm not sure. So is Mick not going to do the show on the network then?
That's what he said, unless he's able to upload by himself. Like,
Gotcha.
not through anyone, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is the perfect mix of two people being stubborn.
Yeah, just like
Because Menners is right, but then also Menners obviously went pretty hard. at
who fucking cares? Like, who knows? Any other network or Minifan drama that I missed or one you guys want to talk about or no?
There was some beef on Twitter over the weekend between Red and Blind Owl.
Oh my God, I saw this. Jeez, did you see this?
I did not see that.
So Blind Owl is a fan of the show, and he's obviously blind and writes these terrible blogs and plays like a beep. Remember this, Justin?
Yes. Baseball league.
Blind baseball, where the ball beeps or whatever,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Well, same thing. Then he went after Red, and then Red was basically like, "You're a fucking like leech on the state."
So it all became Blind Owl. Red is on the KMS rundown, and they took
Right.
last week off, and VD came in, and that's how we got the whole Daver story. BO was one of those. Blind Owl was one of those people that was on with VD, and then when I was on the rundown this past weekend, they took some shots at Blind Owl, so they were kind of going back and forth. And Red just like with no humor attached to it.
Yeah, he seemed very upset.
Just
What did he tweet?
Let me see here.
He was calling out like his disability and everything too, I think.
The rundown, by the way, if you listen to it this past week features Justin. Basically, is like, let me tell you how the world works. Like episode.
What do you mean? They were trying to get me to like read like DMs from the show account, and I was like, yeah,
It
I
was
don't
more
know.
like it's kind of like the way we do it in the show is like that thing. I was like, oh my God,
That was definitely not it.
Jesus Christ.
I don't need to know the magic behind it. I just like the magic itself.
I just like that one.
This whole office smells like shit.
We are joined now by another winner, Dan Katz. How are you, Dan?
We just keep doing these things, and it's like just brothers for life. We
Yeah,
just keep going through these things together where it's like
It's true. Yeah,
I feel like I can't hear anything. Hold on. Test.
You good?
No.
You don't even need them.
Yeah, you're right. What am I doing?
Yeah.
By the way, my second shot that I made, the 40th,
Yeah.
made me one shy of your total.
Oh,
You
is that
beat
true?
me. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
is that true?
I mean, you deserved it. You were so much better than me. I just had numbers because I was trying to go first every time. I don't know what are your thoughts? We didn't talk right after.
I Titus in briefly here with Jeff. My thoughts were it was like not. I wouldn't say it was a tremendous amount of fun, but I'm very glad it happened.
It's
like as always with these things, when
Right.
you're done, you're like, that was great, but you're like, well, no, it wasn't. It was a slog. But that'll be more and more enjoyable as the years go on.
right. It was while in it, I felt like I was never going to get out of it.
Right.
But then the minute it ends, you're like you guys don't want to just get like a place together and shoot free throws for the rest of our lives.
It was
Like
an addiction to the moment.
Yeah.
I had no reason to stay. I wasn't shooting.
Hey, you were there all night.
I was because somebody asked me like, why are you still there? I said, honestly, I kind of want to be here for when it ends.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's just too enjoyable.
And it was perfect how it ended. Like I was so scared of the big moment. We had the 3 o'clock where I missed 39,
Right.
let the whole crew down. The fact that I was able to hit him, and then Dave, like I didn't realize because I left for 35 minutes to go pick up my son from home and take him to school.
Right.
In the 5 minutes I was driving him to school, I think I said I love you to him like 15 times because I knew I was going back to jail. And I was just like, I love you so much. Like, I don't know if we have to cherish these moments. We may never have them again. But yeah, I came back in. I didn't realize David used his mulligan on 15. He hit 2 to end. I hit 2 to end. This UNH kid was incredible.
Unbelievable.
Insane.
Unbelievable. Like 30, probably 25 of them or something.
That's what we needed the whole time. We just needed fresh blood because you and Titus carried us for so many hours where it was like we just had no hope and except for you two.
Yeah, people would chip in. Like Gerry had some moments.
But it was
Yeah.
it was you guys. Like
Yeah.
we like that was it. It was just like we had no chance. You guys had to do everything. And I mean you were fucking incredible.
Well, thank you. Yeah, until my leg. But I mean, I was happy that, like I said, that when the ringers came in, I was like, I'm not the kind of guy. Like, those guys are just better. Like my legs were dead. Like I'm not going to be like, hey, let me get in here and get my shots in. Like,
Oh.
I just want this thing. I want the fucking thing over with.
If it wasn't in the DraftKings rules that I had to make 2 shots, I don't think I would have taken a shot after the first hour. Like
Yeah.
I was so clearly not one of the best free throw shooters.
And
But
like the way our team, the way everyone there was, everyone. I can't think of a person who wasn't like this. If you weren't up there, if you weren't getting your shots, nobody pouted. Nobody made bits about it.
no one
Like,
slept.
No one slept. Nobody made like the same joke over and over. Like everybody bought in. It was a team system. I told him that was one of the all-time worst Rico Bosco performances.
But also best.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it was old school Bosco.
Right.
Like him just the chat when the chat said that Rico gave his cousin a blowjob a blowjob to his friend Jeff at his cousin's bar mitzvah in 2013, and Rico was just losing it.
I ain't got no bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
But that's like a bit though. He's doing a bit there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it bothered him for real.
Oh, there
The
were times
Pasquale bothered
he
him.
didn't like that.
Yeah,
There were
I
times
thought
where
you knew that guy.
Yeah.
he went to help. He'd go help PFT or at the free throw line, like or Che, and he literally the chat was there, and he'd just be like,
He'd just be staring at the chat the
ball
whole
just
time.
bounced, like he didn't even care. He's obsessed with that chat.
Did not care at all. He was making me laugh the whole time though. I mean the whole event, it was crazy. I don't know why we did that. I mean, I think I actually do know why, because I came up with the idea and it was a dumb idea. I'm 2 for 2.
Well, how about when you first texted me? I think the number was 100.
It was 100.
It was 100.
It was 100
in a row.
And it went
Which
to
we would
50.
never. We would like
Never.
No, we die.
Even with those guys, like,
That would have
would
been a quit.
never.
That would have been a quit.
Never.
2 years it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, it was. I'm 2 for 2 on my last ideas being just terrible ideas. That and the needle in the haystack, like just really dumb.
Do you have one in the next one in mind or no?
I'm sure I'll think of one soon, and I'll just be like, because that's what this whole thing is, and it's a sickness. To be quite honest with everyone, it's a sickness. Is my mic not on? Oh, okay.
Nobody nobody thinks it's not. By the way, like I don't, you have to be honest. We all think it's a sickness.
Yeah, actually, probably everyone thinks it's a sickness.
we're all sick.
Just the itch to create content and like entertain people and demean myself and fail over and over. This one, I would say probably like 2 days from now, I'll be like, yeah, I'm ready for the next one, which is crazy.
Yeah, well,
Because
I mean,
I don't want to do this ever again as we're sitting here right now.
no, my legs are sore. My voice is shot. My back is killing me. I'm wiped out. I'm like completely this is, by the way, like a fort without the free throw shooting. They would like torture prisoners. They keep them awake at night. They would do like squats. They would,
Have a crazy guy in the room screaming at the chat.
I feel like, yes, correct, yes. Yeah, Rico's like John McCain. He's like a prisoner of war. But it was, like I said, I would have been bummed out if I had been like, oh, I can't make it, and I watched it. That would have sucked. Like, being part of it. And it was weird. I was saying to Jeff, we were walking up here. It was a long time, but it also felt like time wasn't like a thing during it.
Yeah.
It just flowed. I remember asking you or somebody, what time is it? And they were like, it's 2:30. I'm like, it's 2:30.
Yeah, the sun rose, and I was just like, that's kind of weird.
Flew by.
A
We
train
started
started
this
coming
at
by, and
4.
I was like,
It was
Yeah.
long, but also quick because you said what time is it? 11:30. Then you asked me pretty soon after, and I looked at it and said it was 2:30. I was like, holy fuck!
yeah, because
Like,
you're so
how?
caught up in each little round. It became like a thing. It's like
Yeah, right. You just so locked in. The only time that I thought that I was like, whoa, this is taking a long time was when we ordered McDonald's dinner and breakfast.
Yeah, that's what
basically at the same time.
Yep.
We like did it 20 minutes apart, and I was like, well, that's a problem.
Who was the bald guy who shot a couple of times and Dave kicked him out?
Matt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we tried. I mean,
We tried at one point. We tried a security guard. I think it was his
security
first
guard,
day.
Kevin. No, that was,
that was a different guy.
that one is.
Oh, I'm
been,
sorry.
Yeah, Kevin's been here a while.
And I watched him on the other side, and he was like 0 for 26.
Dude, I mean, there was 2 moments that were so funny. The first was shout out Za. He was just on the remote, the scorer's remote,
He was
for probably the first 10, 11 hours.
for sure.
And then we had this one round where the number just didn't change, and I looked over and he had nodded off. And I was like, Za, we got to get a switch here. He's like, yeah, you're right. And the second was Gerry's ringer
Unbelievable. We talked about
was
it earlier.
so goddamn. I had
What was his
tears
name?
in my eyes.
Spencer.
Spence. Yeah.
He came in a full basketball uniform.
He's like a mute.
He's a mute. He airballed a
The
shot.
first shot, the airball by 2 feet.
First shot. Jerry being like, just trying to will him, like, Spencer, we got to get locked in. We got to get locked in. And then Jerry just having to do his classic Jerry was like, Spencer, we're shutting it down. You're out. You're done.
You can go back and watch when he first, after he practiced, he stepped up to the line and Kirk said, "How you doing?" And he didn't respond. He looked
Yeah.
at him, and then you said, "Does Spencer speak?"
He didn't speak.
And he said nothing. Still,
He never said anything, I don't think.
The only thing he said was when I said, hey, when we cut him, I was like, Spencer, you want some food? We just got breakfast. And he's like, I'll just hang out for a little bit.
He did. He was there for a
Yeah.
while. He wasn't there at the end, I
Jerry,
don't
and
think.
he
Was
said,
he?
"I'm trying to get pictures of everyone," and Jerry just goes, "Maybe next time."
Well,
Oh,
there's a T-shirt in the works that hopefully we'll have by the end of the day.
What's that?
Old school, like caricature championship shirt.
Oh, I love
And I
those.
said it'd be funny if we got Spencer on
We
there.
should have Spencer. on.
Yeah, we got
should have
Spencer on there.
It's funny when you think of the team. Nothing against those ringers; those guys were great. But if you ask me, like, who the champions, like, I don't think of those guys as great as they were. I think of like the guys who were there all night.
Yeah, no, they'll be
Those
in
guys
the
hit
back.
all the shots. I mean,
UNH was obviously, I mean,
Yeah,
he
he was
He
unbelievable.
was a champion, but yeah. And it was also just so funny that Dave just like, we had a plan and we talked about it. I think Hank, Dave, and I talked about this specific thing,
yeah.
I don't know, 50 times. And the plan was always to get ringers at like 9 p.m.
Yeah, we were saying, which would have sucked, kind of.
It would have sucked.
Yeah.
So Dave was right on that. But there was a moment like at 3 a.m. where I thought Dave was just never going to let us invite anyone else in.
No, yeah. At
And
some
it was like,
point,
dude, we're going to die. Like, we can't do this anymore.
But then randomly in Dave's style, like he felt that way. Then he looked at the chat and some guy was like, "Barstool employees only." He's like, "No, we're done.
Yeah.
everybody's invited." And then everybody's like, "Do you know this friggin'? Do you know Scottie Pippen? Do you know like?" And it
Right.
just
Well-
became this like, who knows who? And we
I
wound
was telling Jerry what we should have done from the beginning is Dave doesn't know anyone who works here. So we should have had the UNH guy.
That's true.
Just emerge from the production room,
Right.
and just been like, "Yeah, it's Scott. Like he's been here for 5 years,
That
Dave."
is true.
He would have had no idea.
Which we did do anyway. We
Yeah,
had, like,
Doug was instant energy.
Doug had a good moment.
He had
Doug
a
had a
good
good like
moment.
half hour.
Yeah,
There were a bunch of guys who had good half hours and then floated away. Nikki had a good start, floated
Yep.
away.
Still
Like,
maybe asleep, by the way. He slept right through the celebration. In the
This-
gambling
he
game.
did?
yeah, he did. Yeah, Hank slept through it as well.
He did?
Yeah, he was in the PMT studio.
Yeah.
Also, I know Indiana basketball's had some hard times. I think they should raise a banner for this because Mantis, Titus,
Mantis
is
and
great.
White Boy
Tight.
Rick, like on the backs of Indiana basketball, were able
Fathers
to do
and
this.
Sons.
Yes.
Hickory, Bob Knight,
Yes.
Titus, Mantis, and White Boy Rick.
Yeah, and Doug. Doug's
And
a
Doug?
Hoosier as well.
Yeah, Mantis was like Titus would win the MVP, but like Mantis was like unbelievable.
Yeah, he
Comeback
was
player of the year.
Just
you know,
I-
sixth man of the year.
Yeah, like just an unbelievable performance.
Yeah.
Like, as weird as ever, and like, but like,
Coming
probably
in
shot like
full
85%.
LeBron. Did he take off his LeBron jersey?
Yeah, he
halfway
did
through?
eventually.
He
He,
did,
just
he
had
had
a
like the,
compression tank on.
Yeah, he had the showing off his. Showing off his
And this
body.
is not to. I mean, I'm delirious, no sleep. So like I get emotional in these moments, but this is why I love this company because at 2:30 in the morning,
Are you crying?
I might cry. I cried
good.
a little bit at the bottom of that pile, just out of like happiness that I wasn't going to get.
If you watch that,
divorce.
I get claustrophobic, so I didn't go near the pile.
Really?
Yeah.
I was the moment at 2:30 in the morning when Mantis in a full LeBron jersey is shooting free throws and Patrick Beverly is rebounding for him.
It's a great moment.
Only this company.
It's a great moment.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember. Yeah, I always think of that. Dave, the mini golf tournament you won. I remember Dave took a picture of me and Frank both signing our scorecards at the same time. And there was the two of us, and Porter was like, only this company.
Yeah.
It's true. There's just weird. You have
the
these
best.
weird configurations of people. Where it's-
Content Kim verified your scores.
That's
Yeah.
right. At Klemmer.
That's right.
Yes.
Klemmer sent me a nice text. Klemmer and I squashed the beef.
Klemmer sent me a text. The same as, yes. He sent me a, that was incredible. You are a free throw machine. Really impressive.
Yeah, he sent me a nice text too.
Yeah.
I have his number now. We officially squashed our beef.
Do you have his name, his penis head, like I do on my phone?
No, just Chris Klemmer.
Okay.
I actually apologized to him.
For what?
I was cold to him when he first came out of loyalty
Out
to
of
you.
friendship, yeah.
Yeah. But that probably doesn't feel great if you're new to Barstool and I'm not like being the most welcoming guy.
Yeah,
'Cause,
and
I probably handled that wrong.
in a lot of ways, you kind of still are the head of the New York office, so you kind of have to do that.
We can't just have one time to do this show and
Ready for the
enjoy,
show on Thursday.
bask in our glory.
We have had, now the Ryder Cup,
Yep.
and then sort of the me, you, and Gerry of it all.
Yep.
That would be if
Benelli. Benelli.
if you would pull Benelli out like in the middle of the night
He
play
was
a
a
song,
95%
He was a
free
great-
throw shooter.
surviving, which is
Yeah.
obviously we've had these like bonding, these
Yeah.
moments where you're right, like
Wars.
it's which is the beauty. It is true, like nowhere else. You do when you're doing it at like 2:40 in the morning, you're not appreciating that, but you sort of are at the same time because you're like, like this is stupid. Like I'm an old man. This is really dumb, but I am so hyper focused. Like
Yeah.
because you have and I will say. Like nobody treated it like it was. It is stupid, but nobody treated it like it was.
No,
stupid.
we were
Like,
dead serious.
Yeah, you have to take that stuff completely seriously.
And just the ebbs and flows of
Oh.
the energy where it would die and then we'd
Yeah,
have
when
to
Beverly
pick each
left,
other up.
that was like we were like we're never. It's when Pat Beverly left. It's like in those
Yeah.
movies, like when the people in the island see the plane fly over and they wave and the plane just goes away and you're just sitting there and you're like, wow, I'm never getting off this island. I'm gonna die in this island.
You too were a great vibes guy.
I went in with I was like, I'm gonna be good at it.
Like you kept
What-
on
with what?
complimenting my makes, and I was missing so many times. You're just like, there it is, there it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck
Great
yeah,
teammate.
there it is.
Great teammate.
Great teammate.
That's Brandon Walker. Great teammate.
Listen, little blow up.
Well, yeah,
I
it
just saw that. That was like what 4 or 5 in the morning.
No, I think it was I think it was earlier than
Was
that.
it earlier?
Yeah.
I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, should I get involved in it? I'm not getting involved.
Rare
Dave's-
moment where Dave was diffusing 2 bombs. He was
Yeah.
trying to figure.
I think he was
out
kind of
both
defusing one bomb.
Yeah.
To be fair to Brandon, I said to Brandon like he could like I don't. My only with Brandon is like that's the only joke he ever does. I'm like,
Yeah.
mix it up. Like, have a like. I don't care. Like, yes, I'm probably gonna commit suicide. Whatever. But like, I was also like, to your point, 3:14, and I was just
It was
like,
2:30.
I think I just missed 2 shots. I was like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
going to lose my mind
Right.
at this point. I was like, it had been 11 hours. I was like, fucking, we're never gonna fucking do this.
The
We're
minute I
never-
heard the "don't fucking touch me," I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm
Two
not. I'm
times.
not.
What's that?
2 times you have to do
Wait,
that.
touch me!
You don't touch another man. Never
Never.
touch another man ever.
Well, I mean, you can, but
Yeah,
not,
but don't.
you don't touch other men.
No.
You're a hugger.
Yeah, no, I am a hugger. I mean, I was in that dog pile. But back to your point, it's so funny thinking about like jobs that people have in this business. If you know, when you were at EAI or like someone at ESPN, like you can have coworkers, you can have colleagues, but like someone's like, "Hey, what's Kirk been in?" I'm like, "Damn good free throw shooter," and we went to war. We went to war.
Right. Or just like, like, yeah, or like we slept and survived. It's just
Yeah.
stupid. Like, but like, I mean, I have no, so I didn't pay attention to my phone last night at all. So I didn't know how it was being received.
There was 20,000 people watching in the middle of the night.
Right. But people think it was like enjoyable. Or-
Yeah, no, people loved it.
Yo, good.
Because people love seeing us fail over and over and like our banter and just basically trying to get out of an impossible situation.
Yeah, there was a moment, like, I think it was before you left at some point, and I was like, and I think, it was maybe you, I forget, and it was me and Dave and the bald guy and somebody else, Jeff Staywick.
I am good. I'm just like trying to.
It was that bad a story. And Dave was like, this is the low moment. He actually caught the moment completely right. He's like, this is the low. I'm like, you're right. This is actually the lowest it's been because we were just like shooting around with no purpose. We weren't trying to get
Yeah.
41. I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, let's get our shit back because we would let the JV go out once in a while.
Yeah.
And there was like,
It was bad.
It was
they wouldn't
sad.
get to 9.
Yeah, and they were just
Yeah.
and they were just like fucking around, and then they were like shooting underhand, and they were dancing around.
And some kind of new plan would come out of it. And it's just like,
Tried an analytics plan. Tried the everybody make one at a time
which
plan.
was crazy.
The analytics plan was
The
heavily
dumbest.
researched. I'm sure it was like Bill James doing it.
I think that guy actually like was like, hand up. I don't really do analytics. I just
Right.
put this together
Right.
on a notes app and thought you guys would do it, and you did.
And then Gerry kept saying, if we just go one shot, one guy at a time, we can do
It's
this.
the worst.
Like we're not. That's not going to work either.
Everyone make one. I still can't believe I made 39.40. I would have
Unbelievable.
put that at a
I-
5% chance.
Not me. You made a lot of. You made a lot of twos in a row. You missed a bunch, but you made a lot in a row. I thought.
Yeah.
I thought once you made the first one, you were going to make the second
Although
one.
that
I did
fir-
not think Dave was going to make it.
That first one was wet. The second one needed
Yeah,
every.
You
bit
missed
of
a
the rim.
couple super short of the rim damn
Right.
shots.
That's
You
all
were
I was
gone.
scared of. Because like, don't be a pussy about it. If you're gonna miss correctly,
I gave Dave no chance. I did not think he was going to make it.
no.
And he made. I mean, obviously, it was a fucking great moment. But it
There's
was-
people are saying lane violation. Which I'm
Definitely.
sure he had one every single time.
I'm sure I did.
Who
man.
cares?
He was on his ass beyond the 3-point line when the ball went in, so he fell
That's
Yeah,
backwards.
it's
falling
true.
backwards.
True.
That's true. He was falling
Yeah.
backwards.
Also, big winner is you and Titus's relationship. I feel like that was like you guys had to carry us.
Oh, I did this with Titus. This is like I always like doing when I was, the winners and losers of an event. Who would be on your winners list?
I think it's you.
Yeah,
It's Titus for sure.
yeah,
It's Spencer,
yeah. Spencer.
Jerry's ringer.
Yeah, he's a winner.
He's gonna have
Yeah.
a job here. Mantis,
Mantis for sure.
and anyone who traveled. Mantis, Ohio State, and
Yep. Yep.
oh, that was the other thing Spencer said to me when we cut him. He's like, I drove an hour for this. And I was just like, dude, no one told you
That's
to
the
do
risk
that.
you take.
Yeah, like why would you drive an hour knowing you suck at shooting free throws? So those would be my winners. Anyone who drove, you and Titus, and
I said I put Che in PFT,
yes,
especially who PFT like didn't take a single shot.
no, he's
here
not
all
a
night.
good shooter. He knows
Right.
that, and he was
A
he
volunteer.
was a big time vibes guy. He also passed the ball. Like Chase sometimes would do a little weird.
No, yeah, PFT had a good, he had
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, and then
Losers,
losers, Bosco.
yeah. What's that?
Yeah, I knew a name was coming.
Has to be though.
Yeah.
Big T.
I hate to say it, but yeah, Big T.
no question.
That was because maybe that's not fair to him because
He was
of
talked up, yeah.
the hype. He was hyped up as another Mark Titus.
Right.
And if we had another Mark Titus, we probably would have done it because we would have had you, Titus, and another Mark Titus.
Oh, I mean, it's like I was pretty good, but Titus we would use like 10 shots.
Oh, he
in a
was
row.
so
Yeah.
he was so good. And
Yeah.
that was the most frustrating part to watch him, where it's like he would hit
8 in a row. or
29 out of 30,
Right.
and it'd just be like.
And it felt way
didn't
more
stop-
deflating when he
Yeah,
missed, right? Than
right.
say,
Any
Big
other
T made a lot of
losers?
practice and warm up shots on the other hoop, and then he got up there and he just couldn't make it. And he knew it too.
Yeah.
He knew it. He was not like, "Oh, sorry guys." He was telling him, he was like, "I'm gonna go fuck myself now."
Yeah.
It just
Any
kind of
other
happened. Yeah, it
losers?
just sort of happened fast.
I guess Hank and Brandon, but nah, they got benched.
Yeah.
Again, I would have been benched in a second. I would not have taken a shot from the first hour on if it wasn't part of the actual guidelines. So next time we just got to make sure Dave and I don't have to shoot any free throws.
No, you got to. I wonder what the next.
Well,
We breaking news here?
I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay.
If an NBA team breaks a record,
Right.
do we then have to
Yeah,
break it?
probably.
I think so. Yes.
I think we do.
Like,
That's
what-
our record.
You mean this existing record?
Yeah, the
Oh, so he
41
goes
was
past
because
41.
the Heat have hit 40 in a row as a team.
Oh, so you're saying if somebody hits 44 in a row,
We have
the
to
gang
hit
has to get back
45.
together? I think we have to do that.
We'll bring UNH guy from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is now our record that we have to keep.
Yes. Yeah. 41. Yeah, that it is ours.
Yeah. So
Jeez. All right. Well, anything else?
no, I mean
You're done, right?
I would say yeah. I'm going to Mexico tomorrow morning.
Nice.
That would have been bad if this had gone on longer.
What would you have done?
I would have had to leave. I went home for 5 minutes to get my son.
How was that scene?
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good. I said it would have been the funniest, well, saddest, but funniest divorce papers ever to be like a reason for divorce 41 free throw challenge. It was not a good scene. It was not a good scene. Yeah, I was going to say I'd say you have a 50-50 shot of having Dave show up on Thursday.
Really?
He has not slept
Oh,
for like 4 straight days.
right.
He was in Vegas. He did not sleep Friday, Saturday.
He was saying, yeah.
He slept Sunday. He didn't sleep tonight. He's going to be an absolute.
Yeah, that's going to be that. Yeah. Is he going back today?
I hope so. I hope.
Jesus.
He might just sleep. If I were him, I'd just sleep in a hotel for the next like 24 hours.
Shit. You were obviously part of the DraftKings discussions to some degree, I would imagine.
Yeah.
How big a factor was the Riggs golf gambling pot?
It was Gerry,
Yeah.
and then you guys.
Yeah.
That was 1 and 2.
Okay.
Also, I had a long talk with an old friend on Friday or maybe a week ago,
Okay.
trying to get the band back together. You know him.
Trying to get
I think it's a pretty obvious one there.
my
Actually, maybe we should move on from this.
my
What?
brain. My brain is fried.
Roger Clemens.
Roger Clemens.
Wasn't he the Rocket?
Oh, yes, yes. Back into the family?
I'm hoping.
Really?
We'll see.
I talked to him a while ago. He was definitely interested in that.
Yeah.
Obviously now it's
Would
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
yeah, he's part of this family
I had a
already.
long talk with him.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he talked about himself the whole time. and
no, we
most
talked
Carabas
about
discussions.
everything. Yeah, no, we talked about
Yeah.
everything. He was. I love Carabas. So hopefully we can figure it out.
Boston office in one of his spare bedrooms.
That's true.
No, there's not enough room. He's got his gym. He's got his TV room.
And
He's got his other TV room.
Massive replicas of World Series trophies. On
Yeah,
his
there's
wall.
nothing more interesting when Jared Carabas takes a tour of his house and shows me on his phone, like his rooms.
I can't believe he does that. He has the. We
He
did
do
it
it
as
to
a
you?
joke. We did it as a joke in the PMT studio. We have like
Right.
15 Emmys.
Right, right.
we like in a trophy case.
That's my favorite is when the local TV reporters say they're like 3-time Emmy winners. Jeff's a real Emmy winner.
Right, yeah,
Good
he
Morning
is.
America. That's different. But somebody is like the, Des Moines,
Yeah,
whatever, like 3-time Emmy winner. I'm like, yeah, you're not like, Ed Asner.
Yeah,
Like, you didn't
they
actually
always
win
have it
an
in the
Emmy.
back of their Zoom background too.
Oh, they love it.
Perfectly situated. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll let you get going.
All right. So wait, do I have to? I'll do whatever you need for the live show.
We'll figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
yeah.
Don't worry
When
about
is the live show?
it. March 30th, the day
that-
before Easter.
Is that March Madness? No, I don't know when March Madness is.
It is. March Madness starts 21st. 21st.
So that's not Final Four.
That would be.
No, that's Elite
That's
Eight.
Elite 8 316 weekend.
Oh yeah, then you're fine. Is this a Saturday show?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I guess, yeah, you're fine anyway.
How do you mean? I couldn't tell you. I don't think I can name you one college, but I can name you Caitlin Clark.
That's true. Flopper.
You've been offered to go sit courtside with me to go see the number one.
That's
ranked
true.
United,
I might have
United,
something I have to do,
I'm tired.
unfortunately.
UConn Huskies on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
The
Are you going to be able? Will you be tweeting your constant UConn updates while you're
No.
there?
Well, no.
You won't give your halftime report?
Do you
I'll
think?
give my halftime.
I like the
thoughts.
halftime report.
Do you think if you accidentally did a live show on like the Friday of March, the first weekend of March Madness, do you think it would hurt ticket sales or no? Not a big crossover.
I don't think so. Well, New England is like not a super.
I just always have it in my head where it's like, I always know when March. I guess I just didn't know when March Madness is, but like, I'm always like blocked off in my head, like don't have anything through these 4 days.
Right. When I was a kid, that was like that Thursday was enormous for me. Like
It's the best. It's
Loved
my
it.
favorite 2 days of the year.
that Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not the 4. Those. Yeah. For
But
me, that's,
I mean, I like the 4, but the first 2 are just.
that's like the Masters for me.
It's just wall to wall. Oh, should we say that? Are we allowed to say
I
that?
don't think we're allowed to say that.
I don't want to. I mean, you're
No,
up.
yeah, I don't know. We probably can't, but I will be watching at least the first round of the Masters together
Yes. Yes, we will.
because we'll have something content planned around it.
Very cool.
We'll be back.
Very cool.
We'll be back in this area, I believe.
Very excited.
Yeah, that should be fun.
A lot of pressure on you.
I'll tell a quick.
On who?
Bob. I'll
You.
tell-
Why?
If I mean,
Oh,
I'm not gonna say what
well,
it is.
a lot of pressure on both Jeff and I, maybe.
Yeah, true. But who's defending?
Right. That's true.
I asked somebody who would have the plans
Mm-hmm.
for what it would look like, not to see like the exact plan. I was just like, hey, like I asked, hey, have you seen him yet? Like, has it been mapped out to you? And as the person was going to answer me, Hank, Rico's next to me going, what the fuck? Why would you get the plans? Why would you get the plans? That's such an advantage. I'm like, I'm just asking if they've finished the.
Bosco's just.
I'm just asking if they finished mapping it out yet. Like
the one thing I want to across to Dave and to Dan is like I'm a live events guy. Like I got to be here.
Yeah. Did I tell you what he? Because this was obviously a combo with the Super Bowl. So when we were planning out this free throw challenge, I was like, we need Kirk, we need Rico, like just for the fireworks. And so I told Rico, I was like, well, you can come for the Super Bowl. I was like, I got to wait for you to come to the Super Bowl because knowing the free throw challenge the next day. And he just replied, I wasn't already coming. I was like, all right, dude. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, he wasn't at the Super Bowl, right?
He was here for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
He watched Super Bowl with us.
yeah.
He also, very Rico, there was 10 minutes left in the third quarter. And he was like, gotta stop him here for the clock.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He was worried about the clock with 10 minutes left in the third quarter.
Were any of the jokes scrubbed from the from the live feed last night because they were by the live events crew because they were inappropriate or no?
Actually, I actually saw her walk up to Big Cat and be like, "Hey, this has to go."
Yeah, this
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it was. I know you're gonna bring Brooks Koepka last night to shoot free throws, but can't do that.
It got ruined.
You
Josh
can't-
Allen was a pretty good replacement.
That was a by 9/11 standards a tame 9/11 joke,
Very
like
tame.
a 2 out of 10.
Very tame.
Like-
very, very.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, it was 10 out of 10. It's a fucking pay per view, like it's a comedy show.
You're opting in. That
Yeah,
was
right. Yeah,
you
you're
are
right.
literally buying it to watch it. Not only that, it's the first pay per view we've ever done where we specifically told you not to buy it.
Yeah.
Many,
Hank
many
told everyone
times.
not to buy it.
Many times over.
Would you like to go to the Tunnel of Chaos at some point?
I don't.
You said you didn't really like it.
Doesn't seem like my kind of scene, does it? I don't know the other guy,
Who?
the Will's friend.
Oh,
there.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Dave
be
White?
I'm gonna be doing the unnamed podcast show, whatever, from Nashville studios
Boston, yeah.
next week.
Why are you going there?
Taking my daughter on. Her and I are going on college tours.
Nice.
Yeah. Harry, as you know, graduated college 12
For
years
part
ago.
of
His doctorate.
For partly the camaraderie, but also the money. I had a very nice dinner with Nick and Roan, but we were all invited by Will and Taylor, and we passed.
You made a big mistake.
To what?
The big reason I passed was
okay, I
because
guess.
I didn't understand the concept of what was happening.
Well, the concept makes no sense.
I didn't want to be in the presence of Dave maybe losing like $2 million. Like I didn't need that.
Yeah.
Right after the show, and I wasn't really happy with the show anyway, so I was like, nah, maybe not. And then I heard what happened. I was like, oh boy, we whiffed on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tunnel of Chaos.
It was good.
It was. You know what it was? It like the gambling aspect. it wasn't real gambling because it was Dana White's money.
Right.
So it's like I know is kind of not real.
Right.
The camaraderie. That's
The
what it
bros.
always goes back to. Like all the boys getting
bro
around
scene.
each other.
Yeah, maybe
looking
I'd
up.
probably like it in the moment once I
Yeah.
got in. You know
Yeah,
me, I
you're all
complain.
pulling for each other and like
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
Will went down like $350,000.
But not his money.
Right.
How much did he win?
He won. He then got all the way back to like up 10 grand. It was like, all right, good.
Who won the most that week?
I think Dave won 90.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Rich get richer.
No kidding.
All
All
right.
right.
I went
head
down
out.
to the Salt Bays restaurant, so that was cool.
Yeah.
There you
All right. Thank you, Kirk, for coming.
Thank you.
I
I'll see
appreciate
you,
it. That was so much fun.
Great job.
Yes.
Great job.
Yes. I'll see you in at least a month and a half.
Yes. I'll
Yes.
be back.
Yes.
I'll be
Your
back.
trip.
All right.
Yeah, have a
Thank
good trip.
you. Thank you. I'm going to try to sleep. That's the problem is I now have to, I'm going to want to sleep for like the first 2 days of vacation. And I'm not going to be able to do that.
I'm not able to walk either.
No,
What?
my quads are on fire.
You always have that first moment. Spencer airballed that first free throw
One of
attempt.
the great moments
my
of all
God.
time.
He was so bad. All right, see you guys.
All right, Dan. I'll talk to you. My
He
friend
missed, he
Dan
missed by a
Cass.
mile, and then he
Wait,
missed like
unbelievable.
5 or 6 shots after that.
It was not good. We have a partnership with DraftKings now. I've heard about this.
We do in some states.
Uh-huh.
Some states, I don't believe the one we're in, but I won't say anything with conviction because I don't
Okay.
get in trouble.
Yeah.
Have Academy Awards odds.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
There you go. We're excited to announce our partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings will be our one-stop shop for all things betting this week. New customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 on any sport. What is a no-sweat bet, you ask? I'll answer that for you. It's just like getting an offensive board. Miss your first shot, you get another chance to score with a bonus bet back. You can also follow what all of your favorite Barstool personalities are doing and betting on by joining the Barstool betting group on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. You download that app, DraftKings Sportsbook app, now and use code KIRK, man, the fans. KIRK. New customers, again, get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code KIRK. The crown is yours. May the fans let them know you're participating. KIRK is the code. All right, what else? What, these guys have anything else or no?
I don't know.
I'm about cooked.
I'm struggling.
What's that?
Did they say something?
What did you say, Coleman?
Oh no,
No, we didn't say anything.
We didn't say anything.
What, you guys have anything else or no?
Yeah, there's a couple stories from the weekend. Did you see the halftime show and Gerry's reaction to that?
I did. And I remember last year he got some buzz. I remember Portnoy actually reacted to it at the time
Yep.
on the stream. So I actually don't know if Gerry for once was being self-deprecating. I
No.
don't know.
Well,
I
he
don't know.
He tweeted that Usher's performance was bad 2 minutes
During it.
into like it was like
That's
in
why.
the start
That's
of
why
it.
I thought maybe he was kidding. Maybe you don't think so?
No, I think he was trying to get ahead of it. I think he wanted to be like the first to his mind was made up, so he wanted to get it out there so people who agree with him would retweet it and see it first.
Can I say I had almost no opinion on? Like Usher seems like
Yeah,
a fine
same here.
performer, but like he feels so derivative to me that it just doesn't have any. It was fine. Like it wasn't, bad. It was just not memorable.
It
I
wasn't
don't-
enough of a spectacle for me. It felt very early to like 2010s, late 2000s.
Right. Yeah.
Like I like if you do it like Rihanna did last year with the moving platforms and everything. That you put on a big fucking show, and
Right.
that just wasn't really the case.
Yeah. I
It
also
feel
feel
va-
like
I still think it needs to be tied to the city. Like it didn't feel Vegas.
right. It doesn't feel like. Maybe you guys are correct me. It doesn't feel like a big enough star still to have that. I feel like his time has passed. Am I wrong by saying that?
Yeah, and I just don't think he has like the number of number one like songs. Like he has a couple
is
like
like a
big
current-
songs, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I do wonder if they get their new crown jewel to perform next year. Now that she has a relationship with the NFL,
I'm gonna say no.
I doubt it.
probably not. But I imagine she's still going to be the top.
She may not have a relationship with the NFL in a year though.
True.
I mean, who knows? I'm sure they'll be together for 50 years, but
I do wonder how much of it influenced the numbers. I mean, the Super Bowl routinely tops itself in
Yeah.
terms of viewership, but smashed it.
what do you think of this Taylor Swift theory I have? I'm a body language guy. What do you guys think of this one? I don't think Travis Kelce's mom likes Taylor Swift that much.
I have
Justin?
no guess.
Like in the actually doesn't like you way, or like your girlfriend, or like your mom doesn't like your girlfriend kind of way.
No, and like she's very like. Here's my other thing on Taylor Swift. She's very lovely. She's a fine performer. I wish her nothing but happiness. But does she have any friends from like when she was a kid that she can invite to these games? Why does it have to be famous people?
I don't think so.
Her and Ice Spice go way back. What are you talking
That's what I mean. Does she have any friends from like just like when she was 12 or something?
I went to the perfect era of Penn State, where she's in Reading, Pennsylvania, obviously.
Yep.
Or why I'm missing, one or the other. Anyway, around my age, so you got the fake stories of like, oh, I went to high school with one of her exes and all that
Right.
shit like that. That's the extent of.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Ice Spice at the Super Bowl. I don't even know who this person is. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What was going on here? And they go into the. I don't know. I think Travis Kelce's mom was probably like, I kind of wish she was just like a teacher or something. That's just a theory. I could be wrong. Maybe she's lovely and she loves her very much. Just a theory I have. What else?
I do have those tweets between Blind Owl and Red.
Yeah, what else? Okay.
Did you see the Michael Caine on Twitter during the Super Bowl? He basically was just like, yeah, going to stay up all night and watch the Super Bowl. I got married there once, like just in 3 separate tweets. It was very random.
I did see that. How would you like me to respond to that? How was
I
that a
don't
story?
know. Thought it was kind of funny. Thought Michael Caine could be somewhat relevant. The other
You think
takeaway,
Michael Caine is relevant?
yeah, I don't know. I figured you kind of
90 fucking years old.
Yeah, but he's in like Nolan stuff. I don't know.
10 years ago.
Yeah, fair.
He was in Nolan stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, like
Who else
he's
is relevant? Guy Pearce?
Matthew Modine.
Huh? Hillary Swank? Matthew Modine?
to some extent.
Okay,
I guess maybe.
Go ahead.
The other thing I had from the Super Bowl itself was just the RFK ad was very.
Oh, he said he
strange.
went on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that. Said that was not his.
Yeah,
that was a paid.
PFT pointed that out when we were watching. He said it's a super PAC thing at the end.
Yeah, it definitely had that. Like, because I was watching it thinking, what the fuck is RFK's campaign doing? Spending whatever. I don't even know.
$7 million.
What is it this
It
year?
was $7 million they paid for.
Yeah, they're not doing. There's no chance. But yeah, that was creepy. That was
Like
I could see it.
It almost felt like he definitely lost any hope of anything. Not that there was much for the election going forward, but like that felt like the line in the sand. I felt like for a lot of people, just because it was so painful.
Colin, I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm tired. Did you think that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was going to win the presidential election?
No,
before that commercial?
no.
Would you like to go to a poll? Would you like to look at any poll before? I mean, he had like 2%.
Yes, but I just thought that was like the defining.
His father has a better chance of being elected president this year.
Well, true. No, I
It's
just
been hardball with Jack Coleman.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, Jeff is down on you, but go ahead.
No, I love Coleman.
sure. My ombudsman.
Ah, get out of
Oh,
here.
there it is. There it is.
There he is.
There it is. I could see that face 2,000 miles away. That upset face. Go
Still
ahead.
looks better than his jumper though. That's for sure.
Oh, he gets so mad. He gets so mad.
I'm looking at this poll right now. Before this is taken an hour before the Super Bowl presidential poll. Donald Trump 2%, Joe Biden 2%, RFK 96%.
Wow.
Before that commercial. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
I'm saying.
He did pin it to his profile, though. He did tweet about it, pinned it to his profile, then apologized about it. So very strange.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, it's a very weird reaction.
Doesn't he like? He's like, he does like push-ups naked and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else?
Oh, I got some inside scoop. Do you want to guess where I got this message from? Jeff sounds sick today. It's from
Katie
Julie.
Mayo.
That's from Julie. Julie trashing.
I am sick.
You are? What's wrong with you?
You're tail end of a cold, but I'm fine now. I mean,
I'm not going to get anything, right?
No, I went to. I did a
COVID
I
test.
did a checkup and everything before I came here. I wasn't going to fly here if I did that.
Yeah.
Which
Thank-
again, part of the disaster today, but not using an excuse.
Thanks for the update, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Cunt. No? I'm tired. I don't mean that. What else?
Did you see the Waste Management Open got out of control?
No, I didn't see that.
Well, it did. Too much alcohol. They had to cut off.
When you said to
booze.
me, did you see, you presume I did see it, right?
I did. And if you didn't, then I would explain it to you. What happened?
Okay. Yes, guys. Well, I think they're going to, they've reached this point now where they have to either embrace this completely or then become very restrictive. So I don't quite know what they're going to do. I mean, they lost the plot this past weekend. Like it got
Good example of two things can be right? Like the players and people who don't love how rowdy it's getting are definitely right, but also you and I talked about it earlier, I guess yesterday.
Zach Johnson's a baby.
Like Zach Johnson,
Billy Horschel.
You were dog shit in the Ryder Cup. I don't like. You kind of have to own it.
But he's a super sensitive, like Twitter blocker too. He's like a very sensitive guy. And Billy Horsch is the same way, like a real red ass. So like, not surprised. But I would say those guys, like, it's pretty simple. Don't play. Like, that's the beauty of the PGA Tour. You don't have to play in that event. There's a million other events. Skip it. You know. What else, Coleman or Justin?
What did you think about the Tiger Woods and Riggs interaction that happened last night? I don't know if you caught that.
I didn't know. Shooting free throws. What happened?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I saw he announced his new apparel line.
Tiger, They had an interaction?
Sorry, I'm on the ground because I couldn't hold my phone up in the air anymore.
Respect it.
You famously outdrove me recently from your knees. So my question is, can you confirm that the Sunday Red will help people like me hit the ball farther?
I wouldn't say necessarily hit it further, but you look better than you do now.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. God, I'm hosting a podcast. The Golf Gambling Podcast is back.
Huge.
Wednesday. I think tomorrow. I'll check with Riggs. I don't know if we'll be laughing. I don't think we'll be laughing like that. That's a sad fake laugh. Jesus Christ. God. I guess. Why is so Riggs is part of? There's a press conference to do apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you, boys. All right. I'm done. Unless I need to do anything else, Jeff.
Tomorrow morning and Thursday, right?
Yeah, you get real shows tomorrow morning and Thursday. I think. I don't know who the hell's going to be here.
Nobody.
Right? Nobody?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of who you would, I don't think Dave will be here. Dan's gone, obviously.
Yeah, we'll find somebody. We'll have some fun. We'll do something. Anything else of note from you guys? Anything, any show related stuff? Anything going on?
No, I think we're going to have a meeting with Julie today with the State Theater just to talk over some stuff.
Okay.
Trying to think what else. There's also Milton's there.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a
Okay,
second.
cool.
What else?
Nothing too exciting.
Just put a lot of work in this episode today, huh?
No, I have some more. I mean, I have audio, just of like mixed stuff, some of the rundown. Steve's pod was a sad state this week. It's not even worth playing.
Soupy Steve?
Soupy Steve. You
big
got
time.
social media, I saw?
I didn't see if he was just completely
Saw
gone.
that. No? Thought somebody told me that. No? I don't know. What's your take on the Daverson? Jeff, this is our guy. He's our waiter, David from Hull. Did you remember him going outside at all and collecting and giving money to somebody during the dinner or no?
I think I called in the day that this all started to break.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
Uh-huh.
I like want to believe him because I met him and I liked him. He was a nice guy.
I like
really
David.
nice guy.
I like him.
I know we give him shit, or you do, about how didn't want to bother you guys, but he said it like a bunch
Yeah,
of
he was
times.
very nice.
But the evidence mounts heavy against him.
It's not good. It's not good. And I'll tell you what, I like him too, but did you guys listen to the whole Mike and the Minifans or no?
Yeah.
I mean, how annoying was Tim Ridgels in that episode?
I feel like that's been the takeaway whenever he's been on recently.
Do you disagree with me?
No.
I like him a lot, but he was like so hung up on like how much money Montante was getting. It was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I, mean, I don't know if he was fucked up or not, but Jesus
Good
Christ.
voice though.
Huh? Tim Rose's voice?
He's got a good voice.
You think so?
It's like a almost cartoony announcer
Yeah, that's true.
voice.
Yeah. I like the guy a lot, but he was fucking lost at sea in that episode. I don't know. Anyway, Miltons.com. Buy one, get one free suit event goes on right now. Get your great deals. The Tommy Bahama Vineyard Vines. We know all the great clothes. Get moving there right now. South Shore Plaza, Braintree. Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill. And the Burlington Mall, which is their newest location. I've been there many a time. It's great. Great location. Easy parking. It's great. You can park right next to it. Fantastic. Go to Miltons.com right now. And when you're at the Milton stores, tell them the Kirk Minahan Show sent you. We thank Miltons and, of course, our new partners at DraftKings. We're back tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing, Jeff.
Well, I think we're going to dinner tonight, so maybe we'll see if I fuck up the check again.
No, I got to pay for dinner tonight.
No,
you're very nice to come here. No, you gave me some wonderful gifts.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I
Yes, I'm
did.
very happy. No, you picked it.
A dual gift, because I got one for myself.
That is true. Yes, with twins.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Steve from Gloucester did make his account private on Twitter.
Wow.
I hope he's all right. I don't want to see Steve. I know he struggles with stuff too. I hope he's okay.
Really nice. I mean, I like Steve.
He's
a
a
nice
good guy. Have you guys talked to him at all or no?
Nope.
He's right here.
The goal is to mend fences instead of creating holes.
He's gone completely soft.
Nice guy, but also
What?
I also very much side with like Augustus, and I was very happy to hear Augustus stood up for himself when he was like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" Like you.
Yeah, you can't shit on
No,
somebody.
I give Augustus a lot of credit for that because I think most people, probably myself included, like would be like, whatever, like bygones be bygones, and Augustus is like, no, fuck this, you're an asshole to me.
Well, his new thing on the, I don't know if you listened to the most recent episode of the Consistency podcast, but
I didn't.
would you like to guess who his new target is? It's a little bit bigger than Gus.
Is it me?
No.
Oh,
It's one of your co-hosts.
one of my co-hosts. Is he currently right now filling out an application at Home Depot?
No. Bigger than that. A little bit bigger than that.
Oh, a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
Is he currently thinking of witty lines to match the wit of Lauren Compton?
No, a little bit bigger than he does have some history with that co-host.
A little bit bigger than that.
Doesn't have the best shoulder in the world.
Doesn't have the best shoulder in the world. Justin, I'm tired of him.
Dave?
It's Dave
Coleman?
Portnoy.
Oh.
Yeah, he said he was a big drip on the unnamed show. So
He called Dave a drip.
Pretty much, yeah.
On what? Oh, on our show?
yeah, he said you were great, Whitney was great, but Portnoy just did not bring it.
That's why that was my
He's just a
takeaway too.
drip.
That's why I texted Steve that and he say and he reports out there. That's fantastic. Well, I mean, who knows? Well, I'm sure we'll have Steve in at some point. Anyway, it's fucking not even 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, this is bad. I'll tell you what.
I've been awake since 4:30 yesterday morning, so I'm cooked. I don't know. So we're back tomorrow. We should be back full force tomorrow. Anything else from you guys?
No, I got to drive home in this dud of a snowstorm. It really.
Oh my God, I know. Kate just sent me a picture that the school was canceled. There's like no snow. Right?
Yeah, I was thinking about like texting Coleman like, "Hey, can I sleep over last night?" Because I wanted to make sure I could get to the studio. I was supposed to get a foot of snow, and there was nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Unbelievable. Yeah. What town do you live in, Justin?
I live in the town of Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Mansfield, Massachusetts. Because when the storms are always big, I know you go up to girls and say, "Do you want 8 inches?" Like we're getting in Mansfield.
No.
No, you don't say
Well,
that.
I don't know. I don't know where they're getting the other 3.5 inches from, but
How did you do any snow cone stuff this weekend?
this past weekend, no.
What'd you do?
I was actually like very ill on Friday.
Oh,
I was throwing
alright.
up. It was not good. I thought I was dying, but it was just it just came and went.
What'd you do, Coleman?
It was the birthday yesterday. So
Oh, happy birthday!
thank you.
Happy
Appreciate
birthday.
it.
24.
24, yeah. Jordan year. Wow. But my grandma was around this weekend, so just
What do you mean, Jordan year?
it's a joke. Like it's
Oh.
Kobe. But I said Jordan year.
You see, Phantom Menace is coming back to theaters.
God.
I did.
You know what though? I will be there.
Yes, Justin, you have your Coke with the picture of one of the characters on it. That was a big, or was it Pepsi? Pepsi, right?
Oh no, they were.
Yeah,
They have Mountain Dew cans actually. Believe it or
Oh,
not.
it's a Pepsi product, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And all the Taco Bell, KFC, Wendy's, they did like a
Yes. Yeah. They're all
Taco
all
Bell,
right.
KFC, Pizza Hut. They did the whole.
I haven't done the Daily Dozen today, by the way, because I have my
collect the
phone.
game pieces, and yeah, I got the old game pieces.
Oh, really?
Hang up my vintage shit.
I
I'll
imagine-
be there. I'll make fun of the movie all I want, but I will be there.
That's
I will never
May, I
pass up
assume?
seeing Star Wars.
Star Wars weekend.
Yeah, I'll never pass up seeing Star Wars in theaters.
You'd see Attack of the Clones in the theaters.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's the one where she's like, "Hold me like you did that night in Naboo or whatever."
Now they were supposed to. I actually saw them re-release Phantom Menace in 3D back in I think 2013.
Yes,
I
it
remember
was
they-
2012. Yes, I
But they
saw that.
stopped doing that, and I was
the
that
movie
was a
stinks?
huge bummer.
Oh,
Well, no,
okay.
because
because
Disney bought them, and Disney's like, we're not going to we're going to make new movies,
Right. Sure.
And my disappointment there was I like seeing the original movies in theaters. It's
Oh.
I
It's great. They re-released Return of the Jedi last year, 40th anniversary for a weekend.
Yeah,
They did. I saw that. They did do that. Justin did go see because he hates those movies.
yeah, he despises them.
Jason
Hate
hates
him.
Harrison Ford.
Oh
What's
yeah,
that?
he's the worst.
Do you like the original 3 more than the last 3? Like the J.J. Abrams one?
You could see my face right now, Kirk. I despise those movies with like a burning passion.
You like The Force Awakens?
The Force Awakens was fine, but what it led into was an abortion.
Absolute abortion?
An absolute abortion. It was an abortion
the
to
Ryan
the 10th
Johnson one?
degree. Yes.
Didn't have enough of the Trade Federation for his liking.
Yeah, it's a taxation.
No, it had believing women and saving animals and doing the right thing. And maybe both sides of the war are bad people. Maybe the people who fund the good guys and the bad guys are bad.
Jessica cares about the adoption process in Alderaan. Like the fucking Jimmy Smith's trying to adopt a kid.
I mean, like all of that was in the prequels basically. I don't.
Yeah,
Powerful female character who like led those 3 movies.
I like The Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens is fine.
It's fine. It's a remake, but it's fine. And then the last one stunk. And I get what Ryan Johnson was trying to do. It just didn't work for me.
He was trying to fuck over Star Wars. Him and Kathleen Kennedy sat down and said, "Let's
Try to do something different.
Yeah, because
God
we don't have a
forbid
fan base. We need to people who hate Star Wars. We need to make a movie for them. That's what we need to make a movie for.
This is where it's the argument of like, oh, Force Awakens is a retread, but then they do something different. And then it's like it's the never ending.
Yeah, a lot of people are really looking forward to Luke Skywalker being a giant sack of shit who just gave up on all.
Surprised he remembers who Luke is.
I will say,
seen the originals?
When Luke Skywalker throws the lightsaber like over his head, I was like, oh, fuck this. You feel that way, Jeff?
No, he's like, oh, that's subverted my expectations.
Such a great moment at the end of the first movie.
I like
though.
subverting. He just said it. I like the subversion of all expectations in that movie. That's what I enjoyed about it. It has faults, no doubt.
So you can bet on the Academy Awards in some of these states.
Some states.
How big a favorite? I mean, Oppenheimer must be a massive favorite. It must be like
huge favorite in almost all categories,
including Murphy.
Yes. No, not a huge favorite. Last I checked, he was -110. If you have the ability in DraftKings to bet Paul Giamatti after Murphy inevitably wins the BAFTA,
you should do it.
You should do it.
I think Giamatti's gonna win.
Yeah, because I think the odds are gonna. I think Godzilla -1 for effects is another one that's worth looking at.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer is not high enough in screenplay to avoid it, so I'd probably take that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, most of the Oppenheimer stuff is a huge no bet.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right. We're back tomorrow, boys. You good?
All set. Yep.
All right. Goodbye.